We know that kinetic energy is a format of a mechanical energy that is possessed by the body by virtue of its motion. And we have proved in the previous lesson that kinetic energy is nothing but equal to half mv square. We also know that linear momentum is a physical quantity which explains the transfer of the kinetic energy between the two bodies during the collision. Anyway, it is mathematically defined as the product of mass and velocity. Now we would like to express kinetic energy in terms of momentum. As we are able to see half mv square, I could rewrite the equation as half mv and another v. In the place of mv I can definitely write a momentum, but I don't want to write it in terms of momentum alone, and I want to write it in terms of momentum excluding velocity. So what I will do is I will keep the first part as it is, and I will multiply this equation with m, and I will divide the equation with m. So I can rewrite the equation as half m square v square by m. Therefore we can write kinetic energy as m into v is momentum, therefore m square v square is momentum square and 2m. That is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So it is very clear that kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass if momentum is a constant. It is very clear that kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. We can take a simple example. Let us consider a kind of a bullet fired from a gun. We know as there is no external force acting on the system, we have explained in the previous post that according to law of conservation of linear momentum, I know F can be written like rate of change of momentum, which is equal to 0 in this problem. Therefore momentum of the system is equal to constant. That means momentum of the bullet plus momentum of the gun equal to constant. That means momentum of the bullet equal to minus momentum of the gun. Minus is a symbolic way of understanding that when the bullet moves in a forward direction, the gun moves in a backward direction. So in this case, the momentums of the bullet as well as the gun are same. Therefore, who will have more kinetic energy as per the equation that we have just now proved? K equal to P square by 2m. As we have proved that momentum of the bullet equal to the momentum of the gun, kinetic energy is, which is constant, inversely proportional to mass. That means the heavier mass the gun will have less kinetic energy, and the lighter mass the bullet will have more kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of the gun is less than that of kinetic energy of the bullet. Therefore bullet, that's why, moves with a much higher velocity and cause more injury. This is the basic relation between the kinetic energies and momentums.